House Lab Experiment 1 Rate of Reaction. Objectives. The specific objectives are to study the effect of the concentration on the reaction rate, the effect of the temperature on the reaction rate, and the effect of the catalyst on the reaction rate. Introduction. The rate of a reaction is the change in the concentration of a reactant or product per unit time. The factors that influence the rate of reactions are the concentration of the reactants, temperature, pressure, size of particles, and catalysts. The rate of a reaction can be studied by observing the change in the chemical properties or the change in physical properties of species involved in the reaction. The rate of a reaction affects the time factor, i.e., the faster the reaction occurs, the shorter the time for the reaction to complete. The relationship between the concentration of the chosen reactants and time can be used to measure the rate of reaction. The change of reaction can also be influenced by changes in temperature and the presence of a catalyst. Results. These are the tables that will help you collect data when experimenting. The first table is for Part A, the effect of concentration on the reaction rate. The second table is for Part B, the effect of temperature and catalyst on the reaction rate. Manipulation of data. You will need to answer these questions after the completion of your experiment. For Part A, the first question is: calculate the concentration of the sodium thiosulfate solution after the dilution and the value of 1/T. The second question is to plot a graph of 1/T against the concentration of the sodium thiosulfate solution. Question 3 is, based on the graph, state the relationship between the concentration of the sodium thiosulfate solution with time and the reaction rate. For Part B, the first question is to calculate the value of 1/T. Second question is to plot a graph of 1/T against the temperature of the reactions for the mixture of A1 plus B1 solutions and A2 plus B2 on the same graph. Question number 3 is, based on your graph, deduce the relationship between first, the temperature and the rate of reaction, second, catalyst and the rate of reaction. Meta-analysis example. To help you with your analysis and exercise questions, we have prepared some example questions. Part A, the questions ask you to calculate concentration of sodium thiosulfate with different concentration. The first one is easy, as you will only need to write down the molarity of sodium thiosulfate prepared by the lab assistant. The lab manual also stated the molarity of sodium thiosulfate used, which is 0.2 molar. For the second set of experiment, you will need to use the formula for dilution, which is M1V1 equals to M2V2. M1V1 is the mole before dilution, M2V2 is the mole after dilution. By inserting the values into the equation, we can calculate the molarity after dilution, which is 0.16 molar. Repeat the same steps to obtain the molarity for subsequent sets of experiments. Question 2 asks you to identify the relationship between the rate of reaction and the time taken based on the graph. The suggested answer is when time of reaction increases, the rate of reaction decreases, meaning the relationship is inversely proportional. Question B states, what does 1/t represent? The suggested answer is rate of reaction. Part C asks to deduce the relationship between the concentration of reactant with rate of reaction. The suggested answer is the higher the concentration, the faster the rate of reaction. For part B, the question asks you to plot the graph of 1/t against temperature. You should get a graph that looks like this. Part B asks you to predict the relationship between the reaction rate and temperature. The suggested answer is reaction rate is directly proportional to the temperature. For question 2, the question asks about which reaction will occur faster, with catalyst or without catalyst. The suggested answer is with catalyst. Question 3 asks, one sunny afternoon, Auntie Mariam went grocery shopping at Aeon. She left the groceries in the car and continues to shop for hours. When she reached home, she found out that the milk that she bought had gone sour. Why do we need to keep the milk in refrigerator to maintain its freshness? The suggested answer is milk contains harmless bacteria called lactobacillus, which will react with lactose in milk. Therefore, in a refrigerator, the temperature is low, so the reaction between the bacteria and milk is slower. This is because at higher temperature, the reaction between the bacteria and milk is faster, which makes the milk become sour. Thank you.